Hey everybody, how y'all doing? How you doing? Welcome to Dear Talk Interviews as I interview people that have their own YouTube channel or business. Tonight I have a very special guest. She is one of my great friends, Wilson, Georgia, that is, and she pretty much supporting my channel. I'm supporting her channel pretty much a lot and every day of the week, even though I'm not live every day. So I catch her live whenever I get a chance to. And it's great. So Renee, sick gun, how you doing? How you doing
I'm
tonight?
doing I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Better than expected.
So please tell the people who do not know about you how you start your channel and how the name Renee sick gun come from.
Well, I started my channel, I want to say about 9 years ago. And I got the name Renee's Secret Garden because Renee is my middle name. And my dad is a singer. My dad used to sing in a quartet.
Hmm.
And one of the songs that him and my mom used to love to listen to was The Secret Garden. But he was a big fan of Sam Cooke. But for some reason, I always heard Secret Garden growing up, and that was with Barry White. So I just put two and two together. I'm always in my garden. I love the song The Secret Garden with Barry White. And my middle name is Renee. So I just put it all together and was like, hey, Renee's Secret Garden.
So what made you start your channel? Did your parents make you want you started or your friends? Who made you start your journey on YouTube?
um, what made me start my YouTube channel was actually going into church one day and I was starting my natural hair. So it was a little all over the place. And a friend of mine that was sitting in church, when I came in, I sat in front of her and she tapped me on the shoulder and she said, she put on a note. She said, you might want to YouTube natural hair. It saved my life and you got a lot of hair. And I said, are you serious? I didn't think nothing of it. Went home and I YouTube natural hair and I got hooked. I started wanting to look up everybody who had natural hair. It was women, there were women that had big flowing hair, and some women had softer hair, curls, no curls. And I just got intrigued and got into it. And then what made me actually want to start my own was I wanted to experiment with the different styles and experiment with, um, I want to say, the different techniques that people were using to manage their natural hair. And when I started taking pictures. That's how I started. And then someone said, you're always outside. Why don't you start taking some pictures outside? I love your garden. And then it just went from there. It went from me starting with just my hair to going into this secret garden.
What was your
I'm
very
not,
first? What was your
what you
first?
say?
I said, what was your very first video on your channel?
My very first video, I deleted it.
Because,
Unfortunately, I
because
wish I wouldn't have done that. I wish I wouldn't have done that. Um, I deleted
that
it.
that that reason why you deleted it, you didn't like it. What was the issue?
Young people coming in and making negative comments.
Oh, but that's okay, okay,
The
okay.
the bullying, the bullying and the nasty comments. It made me just kind of want to give up on it, and I deleted my video. And now I wish I could go back to that video
Hmm.
and see where I started. Um, But that very first video, I remember I was showing my natural hair, but I was sitting outside and I had my big plants behind me. And I thought it looked so Afrocentric, so so full of
I'm
nature. I
right.
was in love with that video. And then
Mhm.
to have people come in and make nasty comments about my look, my features, my
Oh,
eyes,
hmm,
uh, the way I talk, it just really had me down and I just deleted the whole thing.
So were you kind of were you nervous when you posted that video, that first video?
Yes, I was nervous, and that probably had a lot to do with it too. I think sometimes people can see that you're nervous or see that your confidence is not all the way there, and they feel um, that it's okay to chip at your confidence when they see that you're really questioning yourself anyway. So they have no problem with coming in and making nasty comments. But like I said, that first video, I just ooh. I was sitting outside, man, and you know, Jared, I love sitting outside with my flowers. So when I look back on the video myself, I was like, I actually did pretty good. And then that very next day, the nasty comments started coming in.
Well, what was your very first video? What, do you know the title of the video before you deleted it?
How much I love to be in nature.
Okay.
I was just explaining how much I love being outside and how it calms my nerves. Ever since I was a kid, I love being outside so much that even when it was pouring down raining outside, I would want to at least go sit on the porch and just listen to the rain and smell the rain. I really feel like I can smell when the rain is coming. Like the older folks say where I'm from, they say I can smell the rain coming. I can smell the rain coming, and I would just sit out there and just swing in my grandmama's swing. So that first video, I was really just introducing myself to people and letting them know like this is who I am. I love being outside. I love being in nature and just taking it in and breathing it all in. That was my first video.
What made you have confidence since that video to where you at now?
Um I don't know, Jarrett, to be honest, because I still have some days where I'm questioning myself if I really want to keep going with this. You may even know that sometimes I don't even post for a while. Um, But I think the main thing that gets me going, and I don't want to sound cliche or nothing like that, but uh, if it wasn't for God on my side, I don't know where I would be right now. So it's a whole lot of praying, a whole lot of asking God to step in and be there and speak for me and to take me out of it. And I want His voice to be heard. So sometimes, even when I'm shaking and trembling, if I know that it's the Most High working in me, then I just have to step out on faith and do what I got to do.
Is that what happened when you started your first live? Matter of fact, yeah, your first live. Well, you know when you started your first live too.
Woo!
When you hit that go live button, we were like, oh, here we go. We're gonna broadcast in the world now. Here we go. So well, you like, we're gonna broadcast in the world. So how that come about?
Jared, you hit it on the head. I was so nervous. It was almost like a countdown going in my head. Like, okay, I'm really gonna do this. Let me check around me. What am I gonna say? What am I gonna talk about? And I was just nervous. Like, oh my goodness, nobody's gonna like this. I don't know why I'm doing this, and I was shaking. I was shaking and I was shocked when people started coming up in the chat. You were in my chat. And I was like, Jared Talks is here. And I was just excited that you guys just simply showed up for me. That meant the
Hey,
world to me.
yeah, I remember that first time I came in your live. I said, "This gonna be you gonna be fine. I'm be here
Yeah.
with you. I know it's gonna be, I know it's gonna be difficult. I know it's gonna be a broadcast in the world, but I'm here for you. So here you are now. You're fine. The, how, so since the first live, how the confidence being on camera, broadcasting to the world now,
It's
compared to
much
the one you started, um, your first live.
it's much better now. Now I feel a little bit more at ease. And like I said, as long as I do a prayer before I start, and I ask God to guide me and be my voice, then it seemed like it takes something, a weight off of me, when I put God in it and I say a prayer first, and I just hit that button and I say, okay, let's do this. And
So,
I didn't have that at first. I was always nervous at first, but now I just hit that button and say, let's do this.
so um when you start your live, do you notice that your very first live, where you like, oh, it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be interesting. A lot of people gonna come here live and like, I were you like like hoping that nobody don't put anything negative in the comment in the chat. You were kind of concerned, like, oh no, but go, what goes the world? Okay, but while you sitting there, I know you go live every like 3 days a week,
Hmm.
7 in the morning. I know it's 6 in the morning. I know you get up in the morning, get yourself dressed, get yourself together, all that stuff. So around that time, were you thinking about it before you went live, wherever you at? Were you taking notes of the what you gonna say before when you when you going live, or you already know what you're gonna say?
I don't always know what I'm going to say, but I try to have some type of outline. I try to put down maybe 5 bullet points of where I know I want to hit. But I kind of just freestyle it, and every once in a while I would look at my notes and say, okay, I know I want to hit this point. I know I want to say this. And like I said, that's God, because I ask God before I start any live, whatever He wants me to say, to give it to me so that I can give it to whoever needs to hear it. So I jot down about 5 or 6 things that comes up in my head when I pray that prayer, and then I just talk. I
Mhm.
just talk, and sometimes I might not even pay attention to the chat, because sometimes the chat will throw me off. If I'm really, really trying to make a point, the chat will
Mhm.
throw me off.
Right, right. So when the whole that where you at now? Do you ever go back to the live or the video and write down what you learn from when you start posting them? You ever, like I should have said this. I should have said that. Do you ever take notes of your videos or your live after you get done for posting them?
Yes, I do. I most certainly do. Sometimes I look at a live that I did and I'm like, oh, I was just tripping. I was rambling on and on. What was I talking about? And I'm like, don't do that again, okay? So I do try. I have a calendar. I call it my YouTube calendar.
Mm-hmm.
So I keep that calendar, and in the note section at the bottom of the calendar, sometimes I will put a note like, in this live, and I will put the date that I did the live. In this live, you went on too much, or you went off topic. So I try to keep that in mind the next time I do a live. But sometimes I get so excited when I see, like if I see you in the chat, it always gets me excited and emotional at the same time. So sometimes I'll veer off and start talking about something totally different.
So
But
I know you get excited when I show up the first time. Like I know when I come up there first, like I'll be the first one most of the time because you be
mhm.
gone all most of the time. So most of the time when you go live, I'm in there. I know your face be lit up when my name shows up, my handle shows
Yes,
up. But
yes.
when I know you been watching my video too. But what would you learn? What did you learn from my video about the when I said about my disability and my seizures and all that stuff? What that video taught you to make that video and making me on your video?
Because when I heard your story, it brought back memories of when I went through. And it made so much sense once I started to put it together, because I realized sometimes you would lean into the camera, and I do the same thing. I do the same thing because people don't realize that I went through meningitis, so one side of my body is weaker than the other side. So one of my eyes is actually weaker than the other. And then while you were talking, I said, "Oh my goodness, we kind of talk like it all connected." And I said, "He came from meningitis." And you were having interviews with these different people, and that meant so much to me because it took a long time for me to get my voice back. It took a long time for me to learn how to do different things like eating, drinking, just simply walking. People take that for granted, but I was so weak just on one side, and they had to have therapists come and basically try to strengthen me the best that they could. They couldn't get me back to 100%. And you said you had it as a baby, and that really touched me, and it made me feel like he's doing it. He's doing it. I was so happy to see you pop up. It's like you came in my life for a reason. I needed to see you.
Look, no time let me cry because you know it's true. But seriously, but
You
seriously.
know, but it's not many of us, to be honest. It's like it's a slight chance to make it through meningitis. And to hear your story and to know that you're doing these interviews and you're talking, like I said, his channel is actually Jarrett Talks, and that meant so much because it takes a lot. That's a fight. That's a fight in itself, Jarrett. I still have my look. I gotta bring out my little. I still have these little glasses that I have to work with sometimes. Ever since I had meningitis,
Mhm,
so I put these on, and they have some blinders on the side.
mhm.
And what I have to do is I have to wear a eye patch on my stronger eye so that I can exercise my weaker eye.
Oh,
And
okay. Okay.
yeah, and a
Okay.
lot of people don't know that I do that, but I've had to do that ever since I had meningitis. Um, I have to exercise my weaker eye by covering my strong eye
Mhm.
and trying to read like that. So yeah, I'm still working on the things that it afflicted me with when I had meningitis at the age of 17.
So what made you get you what made you I know I know you said when you got on YouTube and when you got on YouTube and said that I want to learn um who actually like taught you how to get on YouTube the the basics of YouTube who taught you how to do that.
I just discovered it. When I was watching other people videos, I started to see different little things on the side of my screen, and I was like, I wonder what that is. I wonder what that is. And I made a mistake and clicked one thing that said add video or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, whoa, 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 didn't mean to click that. And then later on, I was like, maybe I should upload a video and see how it does.
So what made you? I mean, now this question I'm asking a lot of my guests. Short do not count. I mean, the real do not count. What was the short video or live have you done, and the longest video and live have you done?
The shortest video that I did was you say shorts don't count.
The short do not count. I'm about the not the reels. I'm talking about the short from the train, 2 to 5 minutes long, or like 30, like 25 minutes long. Those
I think
videos,
it was
not those.
I think it was one that I recently did was my shortest when I tried to go all day speaking Spanish, and I just brought it in really tight so that it won't be a too long of a video.
Mm-hmm.
That one I believe is my shortest. Um, but they ended up putting it in the shorts, but it was like a 3-minute video.
Okay,
So I don't know.
okay.
My longest video that I'm
Or live,
actually
or,
doing.
or
Hmm?
live. We're playing a video. What the longest video or live? How
Or
you posted?
live.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the shortest live that I did was when I um was in my backyard,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that my apple tree I thought my apple tree was kaput. And then I came out and I had some apples out there and I did a live real quick. I was like, "Hey y'all, don't give up on your tree if it looks like it's sad, cause look at my tree." And I had some apples, and that was just a little quick live just to show everybody that if you're out there gardening and you think you're supposed to be perfect at it, you're gonna have some slip ups and some things happen in the garden, but it might work out anyway. That was the shortest. The longest video or live I want to say is um, when I was here talking about when I had the radiation. I did a live one night where I was explaining how the radiation went, and I didn't realize how long I had been on until after I got off, and that was like a 2 hour long live, and that's
Yeah.
just because people were asking questions.
Okay, because I was there. I was there the first. I was there the first half of that video. I was there live. I'm like, oh, it can be a long one. I can tell you that. But but overall, from the way you started, from where you're at now, what have you learned from overall experience? What have you learned? And you keep going.
Not to let the trolls get to me. That's been my biggest lesson. I gotta keep going. If I let if I let the negative comments tear me down, then it's almost like I'm giving up on what God has for me. And I don't want to give up on what the most high is calling me to do. I know I may be silly sometimes, I might be dancing around sometimes or whatever, but I don't want to give up on maybe helping someone else that may get the news that they have leukemia, or somebody may get the news that their child is going through something, and I don't want to one day post a video saying I had leukemia and then not post anything else. I want them to see me dancing. I want them to see um, that I came out of it, and that I'm fighting every day still, because even after I hit remission, I still have to keep up with my medication and everything. But um, I had to learn not to let the trolls push me away from doing what I love to do. I generally love what I do. I love making people laugh. I love watching I love watching my progress. I go back and watch some of my old videos when I'm sitting in the hospital room with my
Mm-hmm.
bald head and with all the cables and cords coming from me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look at my recent videos where I'm doing burpees in the backyard and going for a walk, cleaning the house, and it does my heart some good, and I can only hope that it helps somebody else. So I cannot let somebody coming in and saying, oh, you said this wrong, or you did this wrong, or just calling me names. I can't let that get to me, because if I let it get to me, that mean they won. They won. And I can't have that.
What, if y'all got any questions for Renee, please put in the comments and I put it on the screen. What you just asked my question about do you love what you do? Since you already asked my question, my next question, my the follow up question is, if you weren't doing YouTube, what would you be doing if you weren't doing this right now?
You want me to be honest with you? uh I would be back doing something that I used to do back in the day. And um, I used to be a spoken words artist. And I used to perform at a place called Lil 5 Points. I don't know if you're familiar with Lil 5 Points, but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I used to perform in Lil 5 Points at a spot called the Five Spot. And I used that as a release. I was a writer, I was an artist, and I put it all down. And if I was not doing YouTube, I think this is my creative output now, YouTube. But if I was not doing this, I think I would get back into poetry and being a spoken words artist.
And think of that. Are you if you would if you grew this channel out, do you think are you let's put it like, do you want to start a new channel for poetry,
Mm.
or do you want to put everything on one channel?
I would hate to have to start all the way back over. It is so hard to build a channel from ground up. It's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if I start all the way back over with another channel, it would be so frustrating.
Look, look. I tell people this all the time. I know it can be hard. I know it can be frustrating when people start. Know they're gonna be a new channel. Hey, I got three, and look,
I saw.
it's hard. It's hard. I know it's hard, but I look. I believe. I believe in myself. You can do it. I
Yeah,
know you
there
can
you
do it.
go.
I know you can do it. I know you do it.
You always telling me that. You always like, you can do it. You got this.
Yeah, it ain't no problem. Look, but if if you what the I know you just the question I want to say the hard part beyond being a content creator is
Ooh, being consistent.
have
I
you
think for me.
have you
No,
I'm not putting on anybody. Look, I'm not putting you on the spot or anything. I'm just asking. I know I'm not putting on
Jarrett,
nobody.
you put me on the spot.
I'm not putting I'm not putting on the spot. I'm just asking.
No, I have not been consistent. Not at all. And that's my hang up. That's my problem. That's my problem. Sometimes I just don't feel like turning the camera on.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes sometimes I'm in that vibe where I feel like I just want to regroup, pull
Mm-hmm.
myself together, and try it again the next day.
So if you have this crazy idea, it's nighttime now. If we go to bed at night, and some reason you have this crazy idea in the middle of the night between like 1 and 2 in the morning, do you want to get up in do you get up in the morning, write it down, and make a video, or you just wait till the next morning to
I write it down. I write it down immediately. I keep a notebook by my bed. I write it down immediately. And then the way my brain works, once I write that down, I think of something else. I'm like, ooh, and then I can do this, and then I can add that, and I'm even thinking of the music that can go with it and everything. And I'm jotting down on the side like what song I'm hearing in my head when I see this. Like I did the Aretha Franklin song, I'm gonna knock on your door. That was something that in the middle of the night I saw myself knocking on somebody's door and kicking in the door to that song. So I just grabbed my notebook right then and there, and that was at about 2 something in the morning. And I wrote it down real quick and put down the song on the side. And I even put down little ideas like uh, outside of the window, peeping in, kicking in the door. So that's how my brain works.
so do you edit your videos, or you just make them straight, or you post them straight?
I do both. I do both. But I like to edit when it's a really when I feel like it's a really funny type of video.
Mm-hmm.
I like to edit it so that the timing can be just right. I love to edit, but I'm not a professional at it. I'm horrible at tech. I am horrible at technology. Okay, I will
Mm-hmm.
admit it. I have teenagers in my house, and I will call them in a minute and say, "Hey, help your mama out." Okay.
So if you had a video up, if you have a video in mind, I know a future video, and if it's like I say, let's for instance, a 30-minute video, do you let your sons edit your video after you record the video? Do you let them or her help you edit the full video?
No, no, I should. I should. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I think they might not quite get where I'm going
Mm-hmm.
with my thought process. Sometimes I'm like, no, 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 I want to say this, and they might say, Ma, like they don't get it. But like I said, they can help me, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have to have my input in every step of it. There's certain things that I want to make sure is in there, and I know if I leave it completely up to them and I walk away, they might take out the whole part that I was trying to put in there.
So let's see. If do they have their own YouTube channel, or do they watch your videos?
They watch my videos. They don't have their own channel. Baby Cinco, he does some videos over on Renee's Real World. That's his channel.
Okay.
So yeah, but they don't have a channel. Well, wait a minute. I stand corrected. My oldest son, Pack Boy 14, he has his own channel and he's trying to find his voice. He's trying to gain his confidence. He is a brain tumor survivor and he is working his channel and trying to build it up. But yes,
What's the
my
name?
oldest,
What's the name of the channel, so first lady can find it for you, so people can
Pack
subscribe to him.
Boy, Pack Boy 14.
Okay, so we're gonna find that, and we're gonna definitely support. How many. We're not gonna say subscribers on YouTube. Okay, how many family members do you have on your channel right now?
I believe about 5,000.
Good
I
grief.
believe.
Sheesh. Okay, we're gonna get them. Get matter of fact, I'm might be the. I'm gonna. Oh, sheesh.
Jerry,
Okay, okay, okay. Got that one. All right, superstar. When you gonna do
Jerry,
it then?
you
Okay, got that one. Okay.
but that five thousand don't
I'm about to
mean
play. I'm about to play
that
him on my
don't mean
channel.
nothing.
I'm about to play him on my channel for this interview. You need to talk to him then. You need to talk to him. I need to get on this channel. Hey, look,
That little 5,000 don't mean nothing because don't nobody watch nothing. So my watch
that's true.
hours are like
That's
this.
true. Look, that's true. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with people.
I
But
know you always messing with me, and
but what
I love every minute of it. You can mess with me anytime you want to.
but what okay. We come out the hard part. What's the best part of being a YouTube content creator?
Meeting people like you. I have met so many good-hearted, positive people. I can't even name them all, but it's like it was right at a moment when I was about to give up. I was like, you know what? It's just too much negativity. They're calling me names. They bashing me. They talking about me, and then I started getting into this sector where I was just meeting a lot of positive people. Always Tam Tam, number one. When I first came across her channel and she was doing like morning motivation, I was like, man, she's actually a positive channel. And she's not just saying she's positive. She really was just like, hey, this is what I'm doing. She'll be cooking sometimes in the morning and she would give morning motivation,
Mhm.
scripture, and just people who are genuinely trying to do whatever their thing is, their journey. Boss Lady Denise. I love Boss
Love
Lady
her.
Denise.
Love her.
Yes, yes. Her and
Love her.
Rocky over there. Look, she shares Rocky with me. You hear me?
Mhm. Mhm.
But I
Mhm.
love Boss Lady Denise because she is just, you could tell she's a genuine person. You could tell she's genuine.
Mhm.
And praying couple cooking series.
But what she
It's
no, those three actually, yeah, those three owe me an interview. Those
yeah,
three you
they owe
those
you
three
an interview.
those three people that you mentioned, they owe me an interview.
Look,
Look,
I owed you an interview for a long time. I'm happy we're here now.
okay, I'm gonna say we might do a reverse and trying to get me on your channel for an interview. I'm like, I'm free. If you want me on your channel, I'm get me. I'm free. I don't care what day
Okay.
it is. I don't care what day or time it is. I'm on there.
Okay. But see, when I wanted to do an interview with you, it was always something was coming up with my health.
Mm-hmm.
I was always back and forth in and out of the hospital. And I was like, I do not want to do this in the hospital because it just made me feel like I would be kind of gloom, down. I didn't
Right,
want to do that.
right.
I didn't want to do that. Oh, we can't forget Miss Patty's Kitchen Garden and More.
You put the names
she
down. I need to be on the interview list. Yeah, keep going.
she need to do an interview with you too, Jerry.
And I have a bunch of people they owe me one. But if they watching this live, my email address is in my about section. So I'm letting y'all know. Just letting y'all know. But but people the four people that you mentioned, I love them to death. I used to be in that chat almost all the time. All the time. But I just let them, I let them do that thing. So
And I think that's how I met you. I met you on someone else's live and you was in the chat and I
I'm
just clicked on your name just so I can go check you out.
I was everywhere. You had to contact. You had to find me fast. Cause
And I
I'm
did.
in and out. I'm in and out of people's lives. I'm live hopping every single Sunday. I mean every single
Well, I
day.
caught you. Well, I caught you. How about that?
Yeah, he caught me.
I
Caught me.
showed it.
He caught
And
me
as
on
soon as
handcuffs.
I clicked on you, I went straight over and started watching some of your videos. And you didn't even know it. I was like, let me see what he talking
Yeah,
about.
I didn't see you coming on. Okay, but what the what kind of advice you want to give to people who want to start their channel, and learn the journey that you on right now?
Ooh, if you would like to start your own YouTube channel, um, I would like to say start off by um, doing at least 4 or 5 videos. Have at least 4 or 5 videos already ready to go before you just start. Don't start with just one and then say, I guess I'll do another one maybe next week or whatever. Go ahead and have about 5 videos already ready to go. And then when you're ready to start, when you feel like, okay, now it's time, you could just go ahead and start popping those off one at a time. Okay, Monday I'm gonna drop this one. Tuesday I'm gonna drop that one. And that way you won't feel so rushed to have to, oh my God, what am I gonna do today? What I'm gonna do next? You already got 5 ready. You got 5 in the chamber. But that's that's one of the biggest things I feel like people should do. Go ahead and have at least a few videos already tucked away, and you don't have to worry about trying to think of something at the last minute to put up.
What I know I haven't asked this question alone in quite quite a bit. If if you were having a meet and greet, who would be the first? Who you would love to? Who you outside you two? Who you would like to? Besides me, I know you love. I know you want. I know you want to meet me. But
Cause
besides
you
me,
know I
I
was
know.
gonna say Jarrett talk.
I
Hey, Jarrett
besides
talk.
besides me, because I'm bringing you to church. Besides me, who else you want to meet in person, but outside YouTube?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Um, I don't know. I don't know.
If you
Hmm.
would,
Does it have to be like a celebrity or something?
if it's a celebrity, if you could get a chance to meet, if you get a chance to meet him or her, who would it be in person?
In person. Ooh.
Well, better question: have you met any celebrities in person? You put it that way.
I have. I have. I've met a few.
Name them.
I, I've met Eric Badu. I've met Usher.
No.
I've met Queen Latifah, Monique. I've met a few because I used to be a actress in the background,
So
and
What happened to that? What happened to that field of being an
then
actress? We would love to see, I would love to see you on TV. We all want to love to see you on TV.
well,
Behind the scenes or something. What happened to that field? How you went from that field to here?
y'all probably have seen me in a few things and just don't realize it's me because I was in the background.
Were you in the extras? Were you in the extras? I'm like, oh, you might be in the extras
I was
somewhere.
I was in a few of the Tyler Perry shows, um, and I was in the Watsons Go to Birmingham, the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was in The Walking Dead a lot. Um,
Doing what? Hold on, freeze, wait. The Walking Dead doing what?
I was
The
one of the
actress?
zombies. I was
Oh,
one.
you were this zombie. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. You didn't get shot, did you?
I didn't get shot first time,
Oh, wait.
but they had me to come back, and I said, "Oh Lord, that mean I made it to the." Um,
Oh man. But what was it fun? Was it fun? Be out? Was it fun? Be out in the field, being out doing your thing on national TV? Was it fun?
it's it's
Kinda.
exciting. It's exciting just to see the transformation in some of these scenes and some, sometimes when you see a movie you don't realize how much they put into it until you're actually on set and you have to wait it out until it's time to do this, and then you gotta uh go through wardrobe and go through makeup and everything, and it was fun watching some of the change that went on. When I did Watson's Go to Birmingham, it was very emotional because all my childhood I had been growing up passing by this one church, and they used this church to shoot the scene for when they were running away from the church. And that was emotional for me because it seemed real. It was too real. I could just imagine being a parent and your heart drop knowing that your child may be in that situation.
What after you got done with the filming and everything? Did you watch the beat? Did you watch it back? And when the credit came up, did you did your name show up on the like the
No,
extras or
no,
what?
we don't get any credit. No, we get these slips though that I do have to keep for my children to show my children when they get older. But
Mm.
they give us these slips showing that we did participate in this film, how much we were paid. You don't get paid much, but it's the
Oh,
experience. It's to me, it was for the experience,
so
and
you enjoy yourself, did you?
I really did. I really did. And you get to meet so many different people, and they'll say, well, don't speak to the actors, don't say anything to the actors, don't approach them anything. But a lot of these actors approach you. A lot of these actors will come up and speak to you like they're regular people. They're like, hey, how y'all doing today? Did
Mhm.
y'all have anything to eat? But
Oh,
the head people are telling you don't talk to them.
oh,
So
okay.
it was exciting, especially when we did a scene with I did a movie called Bessie Smith with Queen Latifah,
Mhm.
and they were telling us don't talk to them, don't say anything. If they say anything to you, don't say anything back. And Queen Latifah made me talk to her because I was just standing there like, and she was like, Queen.
You were nervous to say her name when you were like, what she your? I'm not gonna say well, who's your role model going up. By the way, who was your role model going up?
Mm, that's a tough one. But I am going to say, the TV show Living Single?
Yeah, wow, yes,
Maxine Shaw, attorney at law.
that
Her
crazy. Look,
character,
that crazy woman who's in love with Kyle who can't keep.
her
She can't even
her
keep up.
character was amazing.
It was insane. That's what it is. She was fun, but she's insane. But she
She
was
was
fun though.
intelligent and she was greedy
Definitely
and
great.
she was hilarious.
And I
Every
know she was.
time they
I know
every
she was
time they
doing
had a
that.
scene with her, she was eating something.
She does. She loves to eat. I don't know why she just love to eat. Every time she get on the set, she be eating something. Especially on coffee show, she be eating something at the
Yep.
table. On the coffee show, I'm like, what's she doing eating? She, she don't get that much talking. She be love to eat. But
And I think she said she started doing that by accident and they just added it into the script.
mm, did you get any pictures where you were out there in the field doing the acting? At,
I was able to sneak in. I was able to sneak in a couple of pictures, but we were always told, "Don't take pictures. Don't take pictures." And the one time they did not tell us to put our phones away, I snuck a couple of pictures with me because I they did my makeup and everything, and I was like, "Whoa, whoa!" And I shouldn't have done that, but I just felt like, hey, this is a once in a lifetime thing. They got memories forever, and I want my memories too. So.
so if you do decide you want to do an interview, what I'm not gonna be hard to do. When you try to reach out to Queen Latifah to get on your channel, if she if she asks
Oh my
if
goodness.
she asks if she say yes, if you
If
say
Queen
if you say yes,
Latifah, if Queen Latifah was to do an interview with me, I don't even think that would be in the stars. You hear me? Do you know you to my the Queen?
yeah, the Queen, yeah,
I
the
don't
one
think she
knowing
would ever even know my name. But if she did, I would have so many questions for her.
name one. If name couple that you want to ask her that you ne- that you want that you wanted to ask her in person. When you were out there on the field.
I would love to ask her, when is she gonna give us another living single?
That way both.
When?
That way
We
both.
we, we
That
want
way.
another living single.
Ooh.
And would they
It,
be willing to do a reunion? Like a
like,
reunion show. Not like a reunion where they sit on stage for about an hour and talk. No, we
like,
want a reunion show.
you mean where everybody come back and sit
Where
and oh,
everybody
okay.
come back and
Okay.
talk, they jump, and rag on each other like they did in the show. I would love to see it. But
Okay.
Queen Latifah, I would have questions for the show and from when she was a rapper. I want to know what made her come up with the song UNITY, that's a unity.
You and T.
Yes,
You know that. That.
yes.
And
You talking about somebody who actually had the hat like Queen Latifah, because I thought it was cool. She gave us she gave us a female in the industry that didn't
they give you a
have to,
platform to do it. Yeah.
yes.
They gave you the platform. I know you try to ask. I know you try to say you. Queen people gave you the platform to be yourselves and just all that good stuff. But okay, all right. One last question before I leave out of here. What the if what's next for Renee Chicken Garden? What's next for your channel? What's coming up on your channel?
What's coming up for Renee's Secret Garden? A whole lot of being outside in the garden and language learning. I'm going to jump back into my language learning, and I will
Mm,
be doing it outside.
uh-oh. Did we lose her? I think we uh-oh. In that case, since we actually lost her, we okay, since we lost her, I appreciate for her for coming on my channel. In the anyway, I say we finished up the interview, and I appreciate for her coming up here. I'm gonna go ahead and drop her down because I didn't want to do that. So Renee, I know you still I know you fold. but I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. All right. Thanks for her coming up my channel, and it was an honor to get get to know her behind the scenes and all that good stuff. Make she my good friend and everything, and that good stuff. So next next weekend, we would have Queen with Tut. Queen with Tut. She a former guest of mine. She was on my channel before I got introduced to Jarrett Talks interviews, which she was Jarrett Conversation. So it was on YouTube app when I started my channel. So everything was on my channel. So Crane with Tut will be on March 7th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But here's the thing. I will have two. She's bringing her guest along with her. So I'm going to talk to all three of them at the same time. But here's the thing is, I'm gonna talk to those three together about this group channel, and then I'm gonna talk to the other two separate, so they would have I'll have them going to. So and in that case, I'm gonna get on out of here, and I'll see y'all next weekend with Crane with Tut and that good stuff. All right, peace.